Ladies and gentlemen, this project is probably the weirdest one I've done so far, and I have done some weird projects before. I've done replica cars before a lot, and I will do them in the future too. But this is one of my signature ones. It's a car that could have existed, but didn't, but kind of did anyway. This project, and actually the story, starts 3 years from now. Another nutcase from Finland decided to build a 93-year model short wheelbase G-Wagon into the newest model. Anyway, this guy built this car and repainted it and did a lot of modifications to actually make it. And he wanted to sell it, so I bought it. But I had a plan. Before I made the decision, I already knew what I want to do with that car. My plan was to make the squared model of this car. And there was no squared model at that time, so I had to Google and find out how it was going to be. There was some camouflage prototype pictures and videos in the Finnish north when they were driving, so I had to pause and zoom to see what it was going to be like. So I had to add some imagination. I did that, I did some designing, and I ordered these parts. There was a lot of parts that had to be ordered. The main thing was to get the really wide carbon fenders. 6-7 months later, I actually got those parts. Quality-wise, really good, but they didn't fit. So a lot of bodywork had to be done once more to this already just painted car to get those to fit. And that took a long while too. And unfortunately, it took so long, so Mercedes already launched this squared model. Well, obviously, that had 4 doors, so yeah, they did it. My target was to launch mine before they did, but I didn't succeed on that. I had also a vision to make an engine swap, because this car still has the original engine. It's been rebuilt and it's in good condition, but it's a 350 turbo diesel. It's not fast in any measure. So I was going to swap that. I was also going to make the interior kind of a club sport themed, but to look like the exterior looks. And I was going to add portal axles to it too. And I know Euro-wise in the States provide those even for this car, but I kind of got disappointed in some point when I didn't launch that in time and it was already like seen, so it wasn't so big of a deal to me anymore. That's why I didn't do those things I just mentioned. So now this car looks really cool in my opinion. It really looks good, drives as it should to be an old car. Well, it has big tires, it's lifted and so on, so it's not as it was, but it's pretty good. Anyways, the long story short, that's kind of funny, the long story, the short, short wheelbase. Anyways, I'm going to show you the parts we fabricated, how they fit, how the car now looks. Alright, I'm going to show you how it looks now with all these parts I just told you about. Actually, the front, as I said, was changed already before I bought this car by the other nutcase in Finland. So he changed the hood, it's actually longer on the new model, so that's also changed. And the whole front with the lights, the grille, the bumper, everything, the front fenders, the blinkers, everything is from the new model, okay? So what I did, I made it a lot wider. Originally, the original fender flares are like 1 inch wide or something. They're not wide at all. But the squared model, these are actually 26 centimeters I don't know how much that's in inches, but it's a lot anyway. This car is half a meter, so like almost 2 feet wider than it was when it came from the factory. So you can really see, not maybe in the details, but when you see it from a distance, it's really wide. It's actually almost as wide as it is tall, because the short wheelbase is really short. So it looks kind of funny, but the proportions, in my opinion, looks really good, because now it's, as said, it's 5-inch higher also than stock, plus the tires, so it's really well balanced. These were also fabricated. They're from carbon. The intakes, when you go really off-roading, in my opinion, just looks cool. Also on the roof, the light bracket there is from carbon fiber. That was fabricated. Then of course you needed to make some wider steps that are shortened from a long wheelbase car. The rims, they were also custom fabricated, 22-inch, and they look the same, but they are a lot wider. And when they are wider, I could also make some concave model to them. So they look cool in my opinion too. These mirrors were already changed by the other guy from the newer model, and this is the outcome. So about everything about this car has been modified to look like this. And for someone who doesn't know, could have thought that this is a build by Mercedes. But it's obviously, it is a Mercedes build, but it's not like this. This was kind of hard to explain. As I said, a lot has been done, but kind of unnoticeable. You know. He changed the whole front, so it's actually a little bit longer than the original, so the hood is also changed to a longer model. The front in total is from the new model G, included the lights, the grille, the bumper, everything is from that model. He also made, for example, he changed tyckte att han någon annan böt bara fronten på den. Okej, en gång till.